Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another flow class. I hope you enjoy this and we'll get it some nice stretches, start your day off right or end your day or just take a break. It's up to you. Anyway, let's get to it. So here we go. Come find a nice standing mountain pose at the top of your mat. So spreading your feet wide, planting your feet firmly about hip distance apart. Tucking your tail, micro bend in your ankles and your knees, engaging your core, lengthen your spine, collarbones wide, shoulder blades down, lengthen your spine, and start to breathe. So filling up your lungs completely. Start with your belly, and then your rib cage, and then the top of your lungs into your collarbones. Filling up your lungs completely. Big full breath, squeezing all that air out. Squeeze your belly button in towards your spine. A couple more breaths like that. Big full breath, squeezing the air out. Start to find yourself present here in your room, in your space. And let's explore that idea of space today. Let's create some space in our practice, space in your body, space in your flow. How do you stay present and create space? So 2 more big breaths. You start to create a Ujjayi breath, so creating a little contraction in the back of your throat. 1 more. And then start with some movement. So we're going to inhale our arms up overhead. Reach up, tuck your tail. Exhale, folding forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to at the beginning. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up. Engaging your core, hands to heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. So inhale, look up, reach up, exhale, folding forward, hips pushing up to the sky. Inhale, let's do a halfway lift. So extend your spine, tuck your chin. Exhale, folding forward from your hips. Plant your feet firmly, bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, come on, back up. Big breath, exhale, hands heart center. Inhale your arms up overhead. And then let's sit down into Utkatasana chair pose. So sitting your butt down, look down at your toes. Make sure your knees are behind your toes. Tuck your tail, open your collarbones, and reach up from your shoulder blades. So chest is open, core is engaged, your quads are engaged. Pushing firmly into the earth. Take another breath here. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Sit down another centimeter or 2. Pushing your hands together, let's create a little twist. So making sure your knees stay in alignment, pressing both feet firmly into the earth. Tuck your left elbow over your right knee. Using your hands as leverage, push your palms together, lengthen your spine, and exhale, start to twist. So looking over your right shoulders, working towards stacking your shoulders, opening your chest, lengthen your spine, and breathe. 2 more full, big Ujjayi breaths here. 1 more. And exhale, start to slowly unravel. So look down, let your hands come down. Bend your knees a lot. Push your feet into the earth and slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. And take a reset breath here. Finding Tadasana, mountain pose. So inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, sitting down to Utkatasana. Open your chest. Reach your fingers far above your head. Sitting your tailbone down a couple more inches. And then bring your hands to our center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to twist. So again, check your knees. Plant your feet firmly. And start your twist. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. 2 more big, full Ujjayi breaths here. and then let go. So start to unravel. Let your torso dangle. Start to straighten your legs and stay here in a forward bend. So grab your elbows and just create some little figure eights with your elbows. Tuck your chin. Reaching down with your elbows. Stretching out your back. Squeeze your belly button in towards your spine. Plant your feet firmly. Release your grip. And then roll up one vertebrae at a time. If you're not there already, step to the top of your mat. And then let's inhale our arms up, look up, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Let's do sun salutation A. So inhale, expand your spine. Exhale, plant your hands on either side of your feet. Step back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. Plant your feet. Plant your hands. Squeeze your elbows in. And stretch up to baby cobra. Exhale, roll your toes under. Push back into downward facing dog, the first dog of the day, spreading your fingers wide. And start to pedal your feet. Straighten one leg, and then bend one leg. Our first dog of the day, making sure you're pushing the front of the mat away from you, with the heels of your hands. We're not dumping into our wrists, so make sure you've got your fingers spread wide. You're making little suction cups with the tips of your fingers. Inhale up onto your tippy toes. And then flatten out your back. And let both heels come down towards the earth. Take 2 big breaths here. So inhale. And exhale. One more full big breath. Shake your head yes, no. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. And exhale. Looking towards your hands, step up or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Big breath, exhale all that air out, fold forward. And inhale, reach your hands out to the sides and over your head, look up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Planting your feet firmly. Take a breath here. Inhale, let your hands come down and then reach up, look up. Exhale, folding forward, all that air out. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding forward. Plant your hands on either side of your feet, step back to plank. You want to lower to your knees, your belly, your chest, that's fine. Plant the tops of your feet firmly in the earth. Squeeze your elbows together. And come up to baby cobra. So just a slight raise of your chest. You should be able to still lift your hands off the floor. And exhale, roll your toes under, push back into downward facing dog. And keep breathing here. 2 more full big breaths. One more. Exhale, look towards your hands, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Collarbones wide, shoulder blades away from your ears. Exhale, folding forward. And inhale, try to keep a flat back. Come all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Big full breath, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, planting your feet firmly. Exhale, plant your hands, come back to plank. And one, lower down to chaturanga, your belly, planting your feet. Move your hands back about 2 inches. Push your elbows in, and then push up to cobra. So it's a little bit of a deeper back bend, pushing your hips into the earth, squeezing your elbows in, lengthening your spine. Exhale, round your toes under, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale your left foot up, and bring your left foot between your hands, stacking your left knee over your left ankle, spread your left toes wide, and then let's lower our right knee, plant the top of our right foot, squaring off our hips, open your collarbones. Push your right hip forward, let your left foot firmly in the earth, and then come on up. So keeping your hips square, open your chest, reach up with your fingers, and keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Big full breaths. Plant the top of your right foot firmly in the earth, so it's an active pose. 2 more breaths. Reach up, little micro back bend if you feel up to it. Look back, exhale, come forward, plant your hands on either side of your foot. Roll your back toes under, step back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga or your belly. Pressing your hands into the earth, a little further back. And inhale up to cobra. Shoulders down away from your ears. And exhale, roll your toes under, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale your right foot up. Bring your right foot between your hands. Stacking your right knee over your right ankle. Squaring off your hips. Lower your left knee. Your left toes are planted in the earth. Inhale, open your collarbones, lengthen your spine, push your left hip forward, and then come on up. So collarbones are wide, shoulder blades down your back, planting my front toes firmly, and planting the top of my left foot firmly in the earth. And keep breathing, don't hold your breath. So full big breaths here. Inhale, lengthen, find space in the pose, and exhale, finding ground. 2 more breaths like that. Exhale, and then if you want that little back bend, when you inhale, reach up, look back. Exhale, come forward, reaching forward, tuck your back toes under, and step back into downward facing dog. So come up on your tippy toes, planting your hands firmly, frame your head with your biceps, pushing the front of the mat away from you, your hips come up, and then let your heels come towards the earth. So engaging your core here, belly buttons pulling up towards your spine, lengthening your neck, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Another breath here, full big breath. And then exhale, look towards your hands, step hop or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, folding forward. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Look up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a few breaths here. Maybe close your eyes, check in with your body. And let go of any tension you might be hanging on to. Open your chest, collarbones wide, spine is long. 1 more breath here. Your next breath, inhale, arms up overhead, reach up, look up. Exhale, folding forward, all that air out. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step hop or jump back to plank. Lower to chaturanga, and then inhale, roll over to upward facing dog. Exhale, round back on your toes, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale your left foot up, and bring your left foot between your hands, setting up for warrior 2. So rotate your back foot so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat, stacking your left knee over your left ankle, spread your left toes wide. Inhale, squaring your hips to the long edge of your mat, and then windmill your arms up and reach your fingertips wide, so opening your collarbones and look over your left fingers. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, finding ground, finding earth, finding some space in this pose. Inhale, and exhale. 2 more breaths here. Reach your fingertips wide and sit down another centimeter. 1 more breath. And then exhale, start to straighten that front knee, so still looking over your left fingers, and then start to track your left fingers just as far over towards the left as you can, and then start to tip your body. And so I'm trying to keep my body in one plane here, It's not about how far down you go. It's about keeping your shoulders stacked, your hips open, right? Your chest open. And reach to your fingertips and look up towards your right hand. So inhale, lengthen, exhale. Find some space. Inhale and exhale. Don't hold your breath here. So inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. 1 and 2. And then exhale, start to look down. Keeping your lower body in the same position. Let's bring our right hand to the earth. And then open up your chest in the other direction. So revolve triangle. So inhale and exhale. Keep breathing. Again, working towards stacking your hips. Keeping that bottom part of your body in the same position. 1 more breath here. And then exhale. Lower both hands. And let's rotate your left foot around. So we're in a nice forward fold. So inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, hinging from the hips, let your chest come forward. Keep your hands on the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale your chest towards the earth. Hinging from your hips, so engage your core, belly button squeezing and lengthen your spine. Pushing your feet firmly into the mat. Pushing your hips up. Couple more breaths here. Open your collarbones. If you want to reach for your feet with your hands, it'll change the stretch a little bit. So inhale, open everything up, and then exhale, folding forward. And then find some stillness and just take a breath at your edge. So inhale, expand, 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 filling up your lungs. And exhale. And then release, walk your hands back to the middle. Bend your knees a little bit. Bring your hands to your hips. And then come back up to a nice standing position. Rotate your left foot to the front of your mat. And then step. Bring your right foot to match. And standing at the front of your mat, Tadasana. And let's do that on the other side. So I'm just going to switch ends of my mat here. You stay in the same spot. So planting your feet firmly. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower down to chaturanga. And then roll over on your toes and push up, opening your chest into downward facing dog. Engaging your quads here. Engaging your legs. Exhale, roll back into downward facing dog. And inhale your right foot up. And bring your right foot between your hands, stacking your right knee over your right ankle, spreading your right toes wide. Rotate your back foot so the right heel bisects the left inner arch, squaring off your hips. And inhale, windmill your arms up and reach out from your shoulder blades, collarbones wide, lengthen your spine, and sit down into the earth. So feeling the earth. And I'm externally rotating my thighs from each other. It's not pulling them in, I'm pushing them away, so I'm opening up my hips. Reach out your fingers. Find space in this pose. So inhale. And exhale, expand, 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 expand. Oh yeah, it feels good. 1 more big, huge breath. And exhale. So inhale this time. Start to straighten your right knee. And then reach your fingers over your right toes. And then again, keeping your body in the same plane. Start to tip like a teapot. And open your chest, stack your shoulders, look up towards your left fingers. Inhale and exhale, don't hold your breath. So big breath. And exhale. Another breath here, big full, the biggest breath yet today. And then exhale, start to lower, look down towards your right foot. Bring your left hand to your right foot. And then open up your chest in the other direction, a little bit of revolve triangle. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Reach and open your chest. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. Finding space in the posture. One more breath here, and then exhale, start to look down. And then come to the top of your mat, so match both feet. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, collarbones wide. And then exhale, folding forward. Inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Reach up, look up. Gauge your core. Exhale, keeping your spine long. Bring your hands to heart center. Spread your feet wide. Plant your feet firmly. And then come to Tadasana. Take a breath here. So let's move on to some ab work. So inhale your arms up, reach up, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, engage your core. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into plank, and let's hold plank. So lengthen your spine, open your collarbones, push your heels away from you, nice straight torso. Chin is neutral, your neck is neutral. So inhale and exhale. And then raise your right foot or left foot off the ground for a couple breaths. So again, I'm creating little suction cups with my fingers, so I'm not dumping just into my wrists. Exhale, lower your left foot down, and inhale your right. So inhale and exhale, 2 more big full breaths. One more. And then exhale, release, match your feet, hold plank for another breath. And then exhale, lower slowly down to Chaturanga and your belly. Just let your left ear come to your mat. And relax your hands beside you. Let that plank work, your ab work, settle in. Take a breath. And then plant your hands beside your shoulders, so maybe a little lower. Roll your toes under and push back into child's pose. So keeping this active, pushing the front of the mat away from you. Gauge your belly button in, open the top of your back, and sit back, so nice little back stretch. One more breath here. And then let's come back up into downward facing dog. So from downward facing dog, we're going to move into plank. And then we're going to bring our knee to nose. And exhale, stretch it up. Plant your foot back to downward facing dog. Come back to plank. Raise your right heel. Bring your right knee to nose. Exhale, stretch it up. Plant your foot. Push back to plank. Or back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. And then let's come down onto our elbows. We're in dolphin. We're in dolphin. And from here, we're going to come into dolphin plank. Take a few breaths here and then push back. So let's just do that 3 times with our breath. So come on, inhale and exhale. With your breath, don't hold your breath. Engaging your core. It's great ab work. One more. And then come down to your knees. Push back into child's pose. Stretch your hands beside your body. And just breathe. And then plant your hands and sit back into a kneeling position. Lengthen your spine, tuck your tail, open your collarbones, and then let's come up to a kneeling position. Roll your toes under. And inhale. You want to place your hands right above your hip bones. Squeeze your elbows together. Lengthen your spine. And then start to push your hips forward and look back. So inhale and exhale, little back bend here. Collarbones wide, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale and exhale. Don't hold your breath. And then one more, come back to neutral. Let's plant our hands. Push back into downward facing dog. Look towards your hands. Step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Big inhale. And exhale, hands to heart center. And let's work on a balancing posture. So from here, we're going to go into warrior three. And so planting your feet firmly, let your hands come down by your side. And inhale your arms up. Reach up. Start to ground your left foot into the earth. So grounding your left leg firmly into the earth. We're going to keep our hips square. We're going to come into a T position. So parallel to your mat, reaching out. Flex your right foot. Inhale and exhale. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Big breath. Open your chest. Exhale, one more. And then inhale, bring your knee up. Bring your knee up. Shoulders down, collarbones wide. Grab your knee and open it to the side. Just take a few breaths here. One more. And then bring it back to center and match your feet. Maybe roll out your other ankle. And then finding Tadasana at the front of your mat again, or in the middle, wherever suits you. Inhale your arms up overhead. Shoulders down your back, collarbones wide, chest open. Inhale, planting your right foot firmly into the earth. Start to tip over. Nice long spine. Hips are square to the earth. Reaching out from your heels to your fingertips. Engage your core. Neck is nice and long. Take 2 more breaths here. One more. And then inhale, come back up. Hands to heart center. Bring that knee to the front. And then open your left knee to the side. Keep your right hand on your hip. And let it come off to the side. Don't go crazy and look over your right side. Keeping your balance, keeping your spine long. And exhale, bring your knee back to the front and meet your feet. Roll out your right ankle. So from here, we're going to go into pigeon pose, do a little groundwork, and then we're finished. So inhale, look up, reach up. If you don't want to do a flow, just meet me in child's pose. Exhale. Inhale or downward facing dog. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower all the way down to your belly. Squeeze your elbows, plant the tops of your feet. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, round your toes under. And take a breath here. Full big breath. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. Inhale your left foot up and bring your left knee to your left wrist. Planting your left foot firmly on the earth. Your shin is almost parallel to the front edge of your mat. And then rock your right foot back a couple of inches, planting your top of your right foot firmly in the earth. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Look up if you want a little back bend, pushing your right hip forward. And then extending out of your spine and your hips. Come down onto your forearms. Onto your chest, wherever feels good for you today. Maybe close your eyes and just check in with your body. In this pose, if you stay up higher, it actually deepens the stretch. So really concentrate on what your body needs from you today. In pigeon pose, how do you create space in this pose? How do you create space in your hips? It's all about that hip area, right? That groins. How do you create some space there in this pose? Release, relax, surrender. One more full big breath here. And exhale, round your back toes under, plant your hands firmly, and let's push back into downward facing dog. Big full breath here. And inhale your right foot up. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist, planting your right shin on the earth. And then rock your left toes back a couple of inches. Plant your left knee down, left foot down. Inhale, open your collarbones, pushing your left hip forward. Lengthen your spine. And hinging forward, keeping your spine nice and long. Come forward to just the spot where you need the little love, where you can feel the stretch. And breathe into those tight spots and let go. So inhale and exhale. And exhale. 2 more breaths here. And exhale. 1 more. Let it go. And then planting your hands firmly, rock your back toes under your left toes. And push back into downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. And then come down on your knees. Plant the tops of your feet. And walk yourself up to a kneeling position. And let's come over onto our left hip. And swing your right foot around. So you have your right knee in towards your chest. Your left knee is on the ground. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Squeeze your right leg towards your chest. Pushing your right hip in towards the earth. It might not be on the earth, but the idea is to keep the energy moving towards the earth. So I'm planting my right foot into the ground. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, start a little twist. I'm going to bring my right hand behind me, open my chest, lengthen my spine, squeezing my right leg in towards my chest. Take a couple breaths here. It's March 28th, and there's still 4 feet of snow here in New Brunswick. That's why I have my little snowman pillow. I'm hoping he goes away soon, but you may as well celebrate it while she got it. So 1 more breath. And exhale, release. So bring your soles of your feet together. Inhale, find your sits bones. Pressing your knees towards the earth, lengthen your spine. And then hinging forward from the hips, keeping your neck nice and long. Using your elbows as a bit of leverage to open up those groins. Collarbones wide, shoulders down your back. Inhale, filling up your lungs. Exhale, folding forward. Squeeze your belly button in. Squeeze all that air out. 1 more breath. And exhale. And then inhale, come back up. Tuck your right or left foot in towards your butt from your right, or the other way. Tuck your right foot in towards your butt. Bring your left foot over. Inhale, squeeze that leg in towards your chest. Lengthen your spine. And exhale, start to look over your left shoulder. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Couple more breaths. Full big breaths, filling up your lungs. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. And exhale, come back to neutral. And then let's bring both feet together, finding your sits bones. Inhale, your arms come up. Exhale, hinging forward from your hips. Reach your fingers long, long, long. Bring your chest as parallel as you can. And then let your hands come down to wherever they rest. Push your heels away, lengthen your spine. Shoulder blades wide, collarbones wide. Engage your core, and then come a little closer. Keep breathing here. And then surrender, relax, find space. 1 more breath. Let it all out. And then walk yourself up. Plant your feet on your mat. And let's set up for a nice Savasana. So rolling slowly down one vertebrae at a time, lengthening your spine on your mat, your neck, and then tuck your shoulder blades under and open up your elbows. And then come up, lift your butt off your mat a couple of inches, and then lengthen your lower back. And push your right foot away from you, flexing your foot, your heel, and then the other one, so stretch it out. Again, squeeze your butt together, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen your spine, lengthen, lengthen your neck, and then release, relax. Let your heels flop open, your feet flop open. And take a few breaths here, finding space, finding stillness. Let your breath come back to normal. Just noticing. Take the time out to just be. Spend as much time here as you need. When you're finished, roll over onto one side. Just take a couple breaths to let your practice set in. And then come back up to a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center. And show yourself some gratitude and love for taking the time for practice today. It's been my honor and absolute pleasure to serve you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And again, if you enjoy this practice, feel free to send off a donation to my wonderful teachers at Karma Teachers in Vancouver, Canada. The team there would really appreciate your support. Any money that's donated to them goes to create scholarships for yoga teachers like me. So namaste, everyone. Take good care. And I'll see you again, I hope. Bye.